Hey guys, how's it going and welcome back. So today we're going to do a comparison video of my new Taylor 114 CE against my Martin OMCX1KE. Now there's only $100 difference in price on the retail end of things. The Taylor costs $100 more, so you're talking $1,200 versus $1,100. Okay. Now that's going against them both being brand new. I bought this one for actually $400 used at Long McQuade, and I bought this brand new at Long McQuade for $11.99 or $1,200. Okay, and it's my most recent guitar, and I love it. Actually, it smoked the Taylor 314 CE, which is like more than double the money. But anyways, that's just my opinion and findings. So today we're going to check out both of these. Now, keep in mind, neither one of them are even in the same league together because they're both different brands, of course, different models, obviously. The only thing they have in common, really, is the wood on the top. They're both solid top Sitka spruce. On the Martin, we have laminated koa. On the Taylor, we have what they call layered walnut. Okay. As far as necks and that go, not really going to get into that. Fingerboards and bridge is ebony on the Taylor, and we have rich light fingerboard and bridge on the Martin. Okay. As far as bridge pins go, we got black plastic on Taylor. We've got ebony pins on the Martin. String-wise, we have Elixir Nano Web coated 1253 versus D'Addario 1152 D'Addario non-coated on the Martin, which strings really won't make a difference. So it's still completely a fair comparison because I've actually tried Elixir Nano Web strings on other guitars. I haven't tried them on this one yet, but I can tell you right now, either way, the sound will not be anywhere close to the same universe together because of the body size and thickness levels, etc. Okay, but it's a sound comparison. See which one you guys really like the sound of, and at least you get to know a little bit about the guitars. If you want to look them up online for full-out specs for the necks and blah, 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 okay, then feel free to do so. Taylor 114CE, Martin OMCX1KE. The fingerboard is also much wider, and so is the string spacing on the Martin as opposed to the Taylor as well. So let's get on with this. So we're going to use a 0.46 millimeter. Actually, you know what? Forget that. Let's go to the cat pick. The cat pick is a 0.53 millimeter pick. So thicker pick than what I usually play with. And this is going to also optimize volume a lot too. I'm recording this video with my Sony camcorder. It has stereo mics in it, which are really awesome mics. And of course my room is a 10 by 11, and things have changed in this room too. I have a lot less equipment in here now. I've been kind of weaning out my collection of stuff and that sort of thing. So my acoustics in here are obviously changed over the last several months, where I have a little bit more of a natural echo or reverb effect going on in the room. A little more hollow than it used to be. So anyways, let's have some fun. So that's our strumming bit. Let's move on to finger picking. Now, with the string spacing being slightly wider and the neck on the Martin, this thing is a lot easier for finger picking than most acoustic guitars out there. Okay, so let me know what you guys think between the two of them. This is $1,200. Now, we're talking Canadian dollars, okay? Versus the Martin brand new is actually $1,100, right? Totally different guitars, different manufacturers, different wood types. Both, by the way, are made in Mexico, okay? When you buy the lower end of Taylor or Martin, you will get made in Mexico. You're not going to get made in USA, which I personally don't think there's a real huge difference there, because as far as build quality goes, fit and finish and everything else, both of them are true to the manufacturer, whether it's US or Mexican made, right? My opinion though, you know, I mean, for even this Taylor being made in Mexico too, it's beautiful. I mean, I can't find flaws anywhere in the wood, the finish, any of that. It's just really beautifully well done, you know. I'm not going to get into the whole tone wood thing with these guitars. It's just not necessary. But these are definitely not in the same league together either. If you start looking at body thicknesses, for example, okay, they're not even close, and yet they're both cutaways. They are both about the same dimensions as far as being grand auditorium type thing. Like this is considered a grand auditorium. This would be in the same classification as far as size goes for a grand auditorium, with the exception, of course, the Martin is not as thick front to back as the Taylor. The Martin has frame bracing on the bottom because it's a flat back, whereas we have an arch back on the Taylor, so no frame bracing at all. Yeah, and definitely not even close to the same woods, other than they both have Sitka spruce tops. And if you look at the grain of them and the widths of the grain up close, this is another thing where no Sitka spruce top is ever going to be the same, even in the exact same model. So if you take, you know, 1,000 of these and 1,000 of these, they're not even in the same league together for tonal sound-wise. This is why no two guitars ever sound, feel, or play alike. Even if they have the same strings, everything being the same and equal, they're not going to be. It's just not a possibility in this universe, okay? But I love each guitar equally as well. I do find the Martin is a lot easier to finger pick. As far as action height, the Taylor is a little bit lower than the Martin. Not by much, but every little bit always counts for something along the road. A lot of people find that, I've heard it said many times, that the higher your string height is, the louder your guitar is going to be. there is some truth to that, but there's also some myth to that as well, because when you get into body thicknesses and you get into an arch back versus a flat back, that is a huge difference in volume. So you could essentially have a thin guitar with a high action and be loud, or you can have a thicker guitar with a really low action and an arch back and be really loud, right? So that's where there's kind of a little bit of a myth there, but there's kind of some truth to that as well, right? So that's about all I'm going to say on that particular subject, because that gets us into a big war again. But, you know, even for just light strumming, just letting the pick drag, the Taylor is pretty loud. You know, whereas you take the Martin here, do the exact same thing. It's not quite as loud. So, you know, differences, right? But they're relatively close to the same volume level. There's an audible difference that you can actually hear. But I like Martins, I like Taylors. I'm not a fanboy of either side, although I do own 2 Martins and I own 1 Taylor right now. I actually had taken back the baby Taylor, but I would definitely own another Taylor for sure, you know, but do I need it? Actually, no, I don't. I'm getting to that stage myself of what am I really going to play? How many guitars do I actually really need? So I figure I need at least a minimum of 3 left-handed acoustics and a minimum of 3 left-handed electrics. Now I do have 1 right-handed acoustic, so I don't count it. That's actually my backup guitar for if I injure my fretting hand, which is my right hand for being left-handed player. Then I have the right-handed guitar that can help me out, and because I can still strum no matter what I do to my fingers at work. But then I can also play right-handed as well, which is kind of a bonus because it doesn't stop me from playing. I'll always be able to play. Unless I hurt both at once, well then I guess I'd be kind of yanked at that point. But anyways, feel free to check out the full specs online on both guitars. So Taylor 114CE, this is the walnut version. There was a Sapelli version, okay? This is the new walnut version. And the Martin OMCX1KE. Check this full specs out online, and you know, just read about them and etc. But you've heard them now both in their natural environment that I would normally be playing them in when I'm recording music for you guys with the guitars. This is my environment and how they react and sound in my environment, which will be different from your environment and so on. Different from the store. When I played this guitar, the Taylor, actually I played them both in the store before I bought them, but when I played this one, I played it out in the main area of the store, and I also played it in their acoustic room at Long McQuaid, and even that's a huge, huge night and difference in sound. And of course I just played this Friday night at what's called Full Gospel Businessmen's Fellowship that I go to once a month. I try to get there every single month. And of course this month, myself and our worship leader from our church, we both played and did the music. And I took the Taylor and he brought his Takamine. And our guitars combined were so loud we actually had to shut off our electronics in that room. And that room would have been approximately 8 times the size of this room, at least. Maybe slightly bigger, and of course much higher ceilings too. So, you know, do the square footage thing, you're talking about maybe 14 times the entire air volume area. And we had a lot of people there filling the room, and we were still really obnoxious with these guitars, not even running through our amps. So we just had to run our vocals. So Taylor has got some power and punch to cut through, you know. So, but even the Martin can do the same job too. Anyways, let me know what you guys think of these guitars, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Ciao.